Hi guys, this is Paula Ram, and today we are going to talk about all things hashtags. And I'm sure you are dying to know how to use these things, and some of you may not even know what these things are. So a hashtag is like a little pound sign that you put in front of a term, and these are what people search on to find related posts on Instagram, and this is where they can find you. So if you are wanting to grow your audience and if you are wanting people to find you, then you absolutely need to be using hashtags. So this is just an awesome way to grow your platform, your business. So first of all, where do you put hashtags? A lot of people make the mistake of putting the hashtags in their description or their post, and this is where you should not put them because they look spammy. So just put a simple description, short description, or a call to action or an engagement question in your initial description, and then post your photo. Then you click on comments and you make a separate comment where you will put your hashtags. Okay, so how many hashtags should you put? Well, the answer is a lot, as many as Instagram will let you, which right at the moment is 30. So put 20 to 30 hashtags in that comment. Okay, you're thinking this is going to take a lot of time to type in all of those hashtags with each post, and if that were so, you would be right. But there is a much faster, simpler way to do this, and this is to make a list of your top hashtags and write those in the Notes app on your phone, so that whenever you make an Instagram post, all you have to do is copy and paste in the comments. This makes it so much faster because really you do not want to be on Instagram all day long. Now for each post you might change up a couple of the hashtags to make them a little bit more relevant to that unique post. So you can do that, but that is still a lot faster than having to come up with all 30 hashtags each time you post, and you don't want to be held up that way. So that is a great tip there. Another great tip is, or your question may be, what hashtags to use. And don't make the mistake of using overly popular hashtags. A lot of times people might make this mistake of hashtagging love or success or goals or make money or something like that. And if you are using a hashtag that thousands or a million people are using, what do you think is going to happen to your post, your lowly post with that hashtag amongst thousands or millions of other users? Yours is going to just drop down and disappear in the feed. It's not going to last at the top of the feed for more than a couple seconds. So you want a more specific hashtag with fewer numbers of people using that hashtag. Now you want a decent number, but you don't want to get those huge ones. So okay, you may be wondering, okay, give me an example, what specific ones do I use? How do I find those? Okay, now this is a neat little trick. Yes, you can kind of describe what your post is about, and you'll want to include those hashtags in there, or your business is about. But you also want to find your ideal customer and see what hashtags they are using. Now, if you don't remember how to find your ideal customer, go to my last video. And there I talk about how it's important to find who your ideal customer is. Who is the person who would be most interested in your product and would be likely to buy and to stick with you for life. And usually they're probably somebody like you. So it's easier to understand them when you pick someone who's more like you. So the trick here then is you find those customers, you go to their accounts, and you see what hashtags they are using. What's the conversation like over in that arena, in that space where they're posting in their little circles, right? You may find that there's certain hashtags that seem to continue to pop up in that niche, and that's the ones you will want to use to capture their attention. If you want to get even more laser targeted, look up a few of your current customers on Instagram, and maybe up to 10, and then really see what hashtags they're using. What are they talking about? Who are they following? What are they interested in? And that will give you all kinds of information to do your stealth marketing and really find your customers where they are, or more likely they find you by the hashtags you are using, because now you are in their arena, you're in their niche, and they're getting to know you and find you that way. So that is huge. Okay, now another thing about finding more specific hashtags is in your niche, what books are they reading? Okay, what movies are they watching? What TV shows do they watch? What conferences, what magazines do they read? And something like the conferences is a big one. That's really good to use for a short term. If you know that your ideal customer is at a certain conference this weekend, and they are your perfect customer and target market, well then use the hashtag that conference is using, and you will be right up in the feed, very noticeable to all the attendees and everybody who's excitedly using that hashtag. And that is a great way to be found. Now of course that's kind of time limited, but it's really effective when you can use that. Okay, so another tip is don't use the hashtag of your business or your specific product if you are in a direct sales company or network marketing. If you have your own product, your own company, then that is different. But if you are in a network marketing or direct sales company, you do not want to use the name of your business or your product. And here is why. Okay, first of all, the people you're wanting to target are new customers. First of all, you don't want to be taking customers from other consultants, right? We don't want that. We want new customers. Okay, now these new customers have probably never heard of your company or your product before. So if you're hashtagging it, they're not going to be searching on it. They're not going to find you that way, But, who is using that hashtag? Probably other consultants. So the consultants are just going to find each other, right? And then they're not going to buy from you. They're not your ideal customer. You're not going to get any business from them. So also, let's say you're like, oh, I love this. I just lost 10 pounds in 2 days on this awesome weight loss product. Hashtag and the name of the product. So your ideal customer may be wowed by that. And you know what they're going to do then? They may or may not go to the link in your bio, but what would be easiest is just to click that hashtag for that product name, and then what are they going to see? They're going to see all the other reps in your company who've used that hashtag, and they're going to say, oh, I kind of like this other rep better. She seems to have more interesting posts, or I just like the way she looks a little better. So for whatever, you could actually lose a potential customer to another rep because you put that hashtag there. I mean, you just basically directed them to somebody else. They can have their pick now of all kinds of reps and choose whoever they want, even though you're the one they found first, right? So you don't want to do that. That would be shooting yourself in the foot. Another thing is if people see right away you're selling something and here's the name of the product and buy my product, this is what it is or whatever, that kind of turns people off and they're going to scroll on by if they see you're just selling something. So you want to really create curiosity and develop relationships too. So yeah, I don't think there's really any reason to use the hashtags of your business or your product in that case. Okay, so, and again, it's easier to find your ideal customer and use those unique hashtags that the other reps are not using, you know, so that you're not all competing for the same group of potential customers. Okay, so now time you would want to use a hashtag, like a unique hashtag, is when you're running a contest. And that is really a fun way to grow your audience. Okay, so you use a unique hashtag that's unique to your contest. So let's say you're running, you have a weight loss product and you're running a weight loss challenge and you say, hey, everybody enter, show me a picture of your weight loss results every day and use a hashtag, hashtag drop big now or drop 20 now or whatever it is, so that they're all using that so that they can find each other, and that helps people see, the community and kind of identify and develop relationships with you and other people who are interested in your product, and it builds excitement. It builds excitement for your product. So that is pretty cool. It might be a little difficult when you're just starting out and don't have a huge audience yet. So when you're starting out, you might want to do something like tag 5 friends to enter a giveaway or something like that to help grow your audience first before you use the bigger hashtags. But you have to, experiment with that and see what works for you. One last additional tip for those of you who sell locally. Maybe you have a local hair salon or restaurant or just a local business that you're trying to find local customers for. Or even maybe you sell even at vendor events if you are in a direct sales company that sells products at vendor events. So this could be for you as well. A neat thing you can do for hashtags is find out where those attendees might shop or what else they're doing that weekend. Maybe there's another event going on in your town that weekend that's close by, some fair or something, and you could hashtag that. Maybe there's another popular restaurant in the plaza where your vendor event is being held, and you could hashtag that because maybe they were planning to go to that restaurant, and then now they say, oh, you are going to be at this fair right there close by selling with your product, and that would just be a neat way to find those local customers or help them find you. So I hope this helps. Yeah, don't use those big hashtags. Get specific and know what your ideal customer really wants and is looking for. So hope this helps, guys. Till next time, bye.